Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp of the Limp, and I'm here with a very special treat for you all. The Blitz in the East game is now shipping, and it actually just arrived at my door. Before I say anything else, must say that this was sent to me by the publisher. I do appreciate them taking the time to send this my way so I could get hands-on, review it, play it, and show it to all of you guys. And I gotta say, they did actually send the complete package. I'm going to show you the expansion for it here in just a second as well. But they even included the little tote bag and the T-shirt with it. And it's funny, when I was opening the box up and looking at everything, I was telling my wife, and she was uninterested until I said tote bag, and then she called dibs. She actually called dibs on my Blitz in the East tote bag, and I told her, I'm like, look, it's for a war game. She's like, I don't care, it's a tote bag, it's mine now. So yeah, this will be the last time my hands get to handle the tote bag. After this, it will become hers. But this is a Eastern Front game. Obviously, it says the Russian campaign in 1941 to 1945. So you get to play through a segment of years. And if I read it correctly, it is every turn is about 2 months of game time. But they came up with a new set of rules, simplified rules, streamlined rules, but supposedly deep rules. We're going to find that out as we play the game. And I got to say, I'm not a huge Eastern Front fan. I didn't really think of myself as that, but one of my favorite all-time games, Thunder in the East, is an East Front game, but I barely ever get to break that game out because it is so big, it's so massive, it's so complex, and it's so deep that I have to dedicate days or weeks of time to it to actually, get it on the table to make it worth all the effort. But something like this, I could throw on the table and play in an evening. So this might be taking a notch on one of my lists here. So let's pop the top and see what all we got here. And I gotta say, I gotta give them credit. I had taken the shrink wrap off, and I know you guys can't see it on film, but I'm feeling the box, and the box is sturdy. I mean, this is a heavy duty box, and for the amount of stuff that's in here, they could have gone with a lighter box, but this is just like strong. Like, I almost think I could stand on this thing without it crumbling. But all right, what do we have in the box now? These two, I'm not going to tear out a shrink wrap just yet, but they are the same as what is here. Actually, let me pull this off and I'll show you that they line right up with that segment of the counters. Okay, so effectively they're duplicates, but these use NATO symbols. These use, which one's the silhouette? This one's the silhouette. So this one's just a silhouette, so it's a black outline of the units, the infantry, the tanks, the planes. Planes here are red, German planes are black. We've got others that are blue. But you see, it's just the black silhouette of the unit. And this one actually has pictures, like not real pictures, but like actual images on them. You can see there's actually more detailing. Find something that'll show it really well. Yeah, like the armored vehicles here, you see are shown off. So multiple options to pick from. I think this was an add-on choice for the game. So this is the base of what you would get. And I believe these were add-ons, but it is nice to have some choice. I'm probably going to go with these. I like these best out of all of them. But this choice, it's player's preference. For the actual counters, I got to say, this is the thickest counter sheet I've ever got in a war game. See if I can show you guys. Look how thick that is. I mean, hell, it's almost as thick as me. Look, man, it's just massive. Thick counters on here. I know you're not supposed to like bang around the counters, but it's so big. Look at that. That is a massive freaking counter. You are not going to have to worry about these. Obviously, all pre-rounded. These are going to be your unit counters. I'll let you guys see the back of the unit counters there. I'm assuming they're reduced side. And then we've got a bunch of different types of admin. We got things like out of supply, probably like victory points, some type of movement, couple of ships down here, stars, and what is that, an exploded star? I don't know. Maybe control markers is what I'm thinking for these German and Soviet control markers. And battle odds. That's what I'm thinking, battle odds here for those counters. But just like just like the unit counters, nice and thick. Gotta say, like flat out, look at that. That is not a counter sheet. That's two counter sheets mounted onto a single board. I mean, it is freaking massive. And yes, the other ones are just as thick. It looks like these are like gray and these are brown, but the extra choices are thick, just like the originals. We've got a deck of cards that goes with the game. All right, and here is our rulebook. And I forgot to mention, this looks like House. I don't know if you guys ever watched the series. The picture there reminds me of House with a little bit of stubble, maybe a younger look. But oh no, I like this. This is big font, big lettering. This is not going to strain my eyes to read this by any means. Oh yes, this will be much easier. More pages than I was actually expecting. I mean, it's not a lot by any means. It looks like, yeah, look, back here is telling campaigns, setup, stuff like that, rules, addendum. So it looks like it's only maybe 18, 19 pages of actual rules, and then the rest of it's like explaining some of the cards and then campaign setup. So, like I said, much more streamlined than some of the other Eastern Front games we have seen. Comes with 4 dice, 2 black, 2 red, basic, nothing special there. I'm probably going to use my other gravity dice or my double 6 dice instead. And before we lay out the map, we have a couple of player aids, front and back. See, attrition table, ground combat table. See the different odds. I'm assuming how many steps are going to be taken out. Defender mandatory retreat. Oh, cool. Look at that. Combat not allowed. Minimum adjusted ground ratio. All right. So some special rules if you have this level of ratio. I like that. Then we've got production costs for different types of units. So there is going to be production in this for new units. Nice little blur. Look how short that is. That's sequence of play. Look how short that is. That's going to be quick to get through a turn. Movement, attrition, and ground combat modifiers. So this, I'm guessing, is going to be kind of like your terrain effects chart. See our terrain there. And then the different effects it's going to have. Like that. And zones of control down here at the bottom. Now, let's set out our big mounted map. Well, I'll be damned. I had to pull my map back or pull my camera back. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. This is actually a large map. I've got it turned sideways so I could get more of it on film here, but let me try to pull and show you guys some stuff. I didn't have it the camera set up for large items yet. We got a little legend up here, tells us our terrain effects and all that other good stuff. And slide this over here. Down here at the bottom, it looks like production stuff, maybe. Destroyed units go here. Different areas to control. You can see we got the Black Sea down here. And then arrow trying to get it in. There it is. Production and victory tracker down here at the bottom as well. But I like the look of this map. I like this. This is pretty. Now, if I like a map, I have to actually put a little disclaimer because I've been told I like ugly maps, like Absolute Victory from Compass Games. A lot of people love to hate that map. I always liked it. So, I don't know, maybe me saying that I like this map is a bad thing. I think it looks good, though. I think it's nice and clean. Everything is easy to understand from the look of it, like factories, rail yards, some type of mine down over here. You can tell where cities are easily here on the map. And I think units are going to stand out very nicely on this map as well. You're not going to get that bleed in that you get into some other games. All right, and besides that, we got the Scorched Earth expansion. Now, I know this adds a fair amount to the game. We've got more event cards, more markers with pre-rounded corners, another rules manual, and it's got 2 historical scenarios and 2 what-if scenarios. I freaking love what-if scenarios. So that is really going to catch my attention. Let's see what all we got in here. All right. Extra markers for our game. This looks like production markers, oil. I'm guessing that's some type of like base unit, like material, something like that. New train markers. A marker for Stalingrad. some type of movement marker. Maybe this is to signify that the kind of like how the Russians during the war, they were picking up their factories and they were pulling them back deeper in the country as the Germans invaded. Maybe that's what that's referencing there. Interesting. And then some more oil. I'm one of those. I can't say that. Oil markers and anchors. I'm not sure what that's going to represent. So this looks like a lot of production type markers. I don't think it would be too hard to get this added right into the game. Besides that, we've got the cards that it mentioned, event cards added to the game, and another small rule book on what this is adding to it. Yeah, see, it's talking about scorched earth. So that has to be like the factory move marker, or yeah, right here. Boom. Evacuated factory. That's what it represents. And that and other things like burning it to the ground, keep the Soviets from having it. Oh, look at that. That's nice. That's nice. That's going to be easy to set up. Oh, beautiful. I love it when they have a picture. I don't have to read. I can just look at it and it's right there. Oh, perfect. It's not a whole lot. We're talking like, yeah, 4 pages at best of rules that this expansion adds, but a lot of gameplay. I'm definitely going to have to try out this what if scenario. I'm really looking forward to that one. So anyway, this is Blitz in the East. I don't remember if I said it at the beginning, but Venta Nuovo Games, Manuel, they're the ones that publish this one. Definitely appreciate them sending it my way. And yeah, we're definitely going to have to do some example of play of this because this looks really nice. Especially the thought of being able to get through a campaign or a scenario involving, Blitzkrieg or the war in the East in an evening instead of a month is something that definitely is going to catch my attention. I think a lot of you guys would like that as well. All right, but you guys stay tuned. I will have this up as soon as possible. I've got one table of game that I got to get finished first, and then this one is going on it. But that's going to be it for me. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.